Market movement for New York session 02 January on Nasdaq. Market movement reflection and studying for educational purposes. So the things that I want to find out first and foremost is what worked today. What prices did the market react positively from? So but the market did react, when I say positively or positively, it means that there was a huge move from that price point there. There was a huge move from that price point there. There was a huge move from that price point. Let's see how huge the moves are first and foremost. There was like a 72 pip move, like 40 minutes from two until like until like three, towards three, and then also a move right there that was worth let's see how many pips it was worth. Come on. So that move there was 290 pips in like 55 to 55 minutes. Right, there was significant move, profitable move there, and there was another profitable move there. There was a profitable move there. There was a huge move there. Right there, there was a move. Right there, there was a move reaction. Right there, there was a move to the downside, and then back there. So maybe I should just highlight these points and say wink, wink, like a large move right there, and right there we see some movement. We see some movement right there. We see some movement right there. We see movement right there. We see movement right there. To the upside, we see movement right here. See movement right here. And we saw the last movement of 02 January be from there. And yeah, that's just about it. So the next question I want to answer is what are the significant price points, and how did the market react to them? Now let's first find out how significant these areas were. Now, what was this area first and foremost? This area, when I zoom back, what impact did it have? Well, this is close to close to the 31st of December's opening price. Close to, not exactly, because that was the opening price right there. So it's close to, but it was the highest prices as well for the day. So price that move from there. And then let's find out, prior to New York Open, what was the high of the day? That was once the high of the day, and what would you know? That was Tokyo's high, and that was once the high of the day before the prices closed up. And there was like some reaction when prices, the trade reaction then, and prices traded down. And what was this price? So far, based on today's data, not so much seen or explained yet. So yeah. Now let's go to the big moves. Let me just spend my time on the big moves. So this big move right there happened at the opening just near the opening price of the day. Just near the opening price of the day. The market opened right there, right? It didn't. Actually, it opened in a different price, but at 2 o'clock, that's where the market was. And then, yeah, prices then traveled. The opening price during January is 3 o'clock. So it's 3. So that is where the opening price was this time in January. It does change. Is it in February or in March? It changes in March from November to. So that was where the opening price was, right? For this specific session. So just so that I remember, that is where the opening price was. And we do see in terms of the big moves, the market traded bearishly down and then traded above the opening price by 19 pips, and then at 20 minutes to 4, and then it closed back inside that area and traveled. Those traveled didn't pull back above as well. So after a retracement back in there was no pullback against the opening price or retracement back, but price was traded a total of in 45 minutes 265 pips to the downside. Price did attempt to stop here, and what this area is in terms of significance, this is just near the London opening price, so there was some impact, bullish impact, but it wasn't strong enough though, and prices that trade back. How far was the retracement? Now the retracement was just about 55 pips up, and the market continued to move 3 times that to the downside. So the retracement happened at 4. At 4, when price reached the opening price for London, there was that challenge there, but the buying continued at 4:30 to the downside aggressively in like 2 candlesticks. In 2 candlesticks at 4:30, prices traded 180 pips more than. And prices that trade above that opening price, meaning that wasn't much challenging yet, and traded back here. Now, what this area is, it is just about near the opening price of the day. So that's the opening price of the day. So that's there. So yeah, prices that trade back the opening price of New York session with the pullback setup, something similar to that, which that was more of a fake out. And then it traveled 190, 200 pips in 25 minutes. That's between 22.6 and find out the other time. It's between 22.6 and uh, yeah, between 5 o'clock. So 15 minutes past 5 to 20 minutes to 6. That's how far it took 2 candlesticks to travel that much movement. The selling took 2 candlesticks. The buying, look, it took 1, 2. How long did the buying take? The buying took some 30 minutes to cover almost close to 200 pips. The selling was 10 minutes, right? So the pullback against the idea, let's say against the idea, the pullback, there was close to none, 6 pips. And if the entry was made there, there is only 12 pips against. The price was moved downward that much. And then we see that this whole noise that's happening just at the opening price of the day, not just the session that day. It was noise. And then also this is Tokyo's open price, right? So Tokyo O2's open price. It was like noise. It didn't react profitably, I'd say. And then this price here, that is London's open, right? You can see that dates back to how significant it is. It's London's open. Prices went tanked down. So we see that we traded 10 pips above London's open, and then 300 and some pips to the downside, and that is at 10 minutes to 7. But the huge movement started at 7 p.m. until 20 minutes to 8, and the rest of the things. And that was now the law of the day right there. How? What was the law of the day? That was the law of the day right there. How did price react? Well, there was a bit of like attempt to sell, but prices ended up closing above. There was a pullback later on at 10:30 at that low of the day, prior low of the day pullback that resulted in 82 pips to the upside. That happened at 22:35, which is 50, is it 25 minutes to the close of the session. So answering what was the highest pips in percentage for the day, the highest pips in percentage for the day during New York session. Let's say in a straightward move from some place to some place, if even it would be capitalized on, you'd say that it was 160 there, and then let's see there. This is based on, let's say, entries, so what I think would be in my mind. 240 pips in 45 minutes, and that was between 4:30 and 10 minutes to 4. At 20 to 4, there was like a bullish movement that was 260 pips, but it took 35 minutes. So later on at the New York Open, there was there was 100 pip. I'll say 100 pip because that's where, let's say, the entry was there, right? There was 100 pip move, 140 pip, more than 140 pip move in like 5 minutes. And then right here, that is at 20 minutes past 7, the largest move of the day, possibly. Yes, it was 297 pips at 7. So highest volume in price for the day we saw it was at around 15 minutes to 4. Yeah, 15 minutes to 4 until 5:30. It was very liquid, both to the upside to the downside. The medium movement, where it was not too much, not too little, would say it was at 5:20 until 7:10, 10 minutes for 7. That was the medium movement. And in pips, it was like a total of what? Total of 160 pips, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And the most liquidest move came at 20 minutes past 7 until 15 minutes to 8. And then at 8, just about at 8, it was slow. At 8 until 10 minutes to 9, it was very quiet. 10 o'clock, not so clear, but just about 15 minutes before 11 o'clock, it became liquidous again with like an 80 pip move retracement to the low of the day. And yeah, we know that the prices that resulted in slow movement was this price, which became a low of the day. And what are these prices? Yeah, so far it is that it is what it is. And the low of the day is slightly not so strong of a move that resulted from the low of the day that was during Tokyo, 80 some pips. So yeah, also this opening price on 02 January, a bit not too strong. So yeah, that is that question answered. And yeah, right now we know opening price, we would have had to look for buying there, and that would have been the outcome, right? The market did play out, but the idea, was it worth it? Unless we're taking like after fake out entry, like something like that. So right now, based on the approach, and question number 7, the average pullback, I did explain these high liquidity movements. Average pullback was like 7 pips. It was almost close to no pull as well here, close to no pullback. Or let's say the entry was here, we'll be looking at 40 pips, and the price has moved 200 and something pips. So question number 8, how far did the market, these high liquidity movements, travel, and where did they stop? See that we did outline how far. This one was stopped at 15 minutes to 5. Place is just above the high, the low of the day at that time. This one did stop at London opening price. This one did stop this bullish movement at the New York opening price. And then we did sweet swap at opening price of the day. So pretty significant places. We did seed stop as well back at the low of Tokyo and then move back up. So that's all. Um, and what was the trend on this day specifically, right? So what the trend was on 02 towards 02 January. So excuse this indicator is saying New York session on the daily. That's how it's just reacting. 02 February was this day, right? It was this day. And in the last 1, 2, 3, in the last couple of days since 26th December, it was bearish. And the largest moves of the day, well, though the bullish one was there, it took longer, but the largest moves were bearish. The consistent moves were bearish that day. So that ends the video, and I'll do active recall.